Okay, so I've been doing a various amount of things. I've got a white wire with a clamp on the positive. I've brought it back here and I've got an alligator clip hooked onto a tester, and I've been testing all my wires. Underneath here I have found one constant hot that I've hooked into the head of this, and that may or may not be accurate. These other ones I've tested and I found out that they're all controlling something, and I started to label them as I figured out what they were. Using this, I've been touching into things as they've been coming on. I've been using them. I'll give you an example. Horn works. I got my lights working. I got my turn signals, they work. I don't have anything going to the key yet. I can't figure out which one of these operates the key. I have a couple of wires here. There's two sets of wires here that are, at best color I could say, a funky bluish gray and a brownish gray, blackish. Can't tell what they go to. There's two wires together that come in a bundle. Don't know what they go to. I've got, let's see, I figured out what those were. Those are turn signals. This wire here is nothing. This goes to this little switch here that I put in for the blower, for the not blower, the fan. I found this one is the dome light that goes up here. Now I got two wires here. I'm guessing that one of them is the positive and one of them is the negative, and that tells me that the positive doesn't have any juice. So I'm thinking that this wire here that I've connected a connector to probably needs to be hooked up to some kind of type of positive lead, but that's not necessarily the case, because if I flip the switch I got a dome light without that being hooked up at all. This isn't hooked up to anything, so I don't know what that goes to. It is a positive wire because it doesn't come on, or it has no charge. It doesn't come on to anything. It doesn't come on if I hook this to it, or if I hook it to a ground to there. It doesn't do anything. I can't get it to work at all. Same with this wire. It doesn't do anything. All these other ones I've got plugged up, they're all grounds, and I just plug them up to fuses. I'm not necessarily certain which fuse they're supposed to be to, but most of them are 10s. I figure if I can figure out which one of them cranks the car, which I may need to crawl up under here some more, then I can get the ignition wire hooked into this section right here. If these other wires don't hook up to anything, then so be it. I don't care. Honestly, if I don't hook up the blower, I'll be fine. I live in South Carolina and it's plenty warm enough all the time. I don't need heat blowing. Matter of fact, I'd prefer not to have it wired up if I could figure out which one of these clusters of crap does it. I shouldn't say crap. Wiring. I'm a little aggravated. I appreciate everybody's encouragement. I did find some diagrams online and I'll post them right here. Diagram, clip. That's absolutely not helpful to me. I don't know how to read a diagram. It's sort of like explaining some kind of tax code to somebody. I'm just like, what am I looking at? I don't even know what I'm looking at. I'm one of those practical app guys. I like to touch the thing and see what happens. So yeah, so I've gotten this far. Like I said, I figured out how lights work, how the lights, are working now, the horn's working. I figured out which one was the brake light. I just can't figure out which one is the ignition now. So I'm gonna keep digging. Alright, well, I've climbed up under here and I've tried to find the wire, and now, for some reason, my horn don't work, and none of my lights work, and none of my turn signals work, and I don't know what I did. I didn't hear anything go zap. I didn't hear anything pop. Everything's still hooked up fine. Battery's still fine. Back to the drawing board. At least the weather's nice out here.